Hi there. I'd like to talk about the critical voice, that inner critic, and how to really become friends with it. And that might sound counterintuitive. And often we're told that we should bash our inner critic and not listen to it and just don't pay attention and throw it away and move on and ignore it, so on and so forth. But I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe that that's the right way to do it. And the reason why is because the inner critic is a voice from our past. It's a voice that understands our wounds, remembers the pain, feels the pain of what we went through, what we're going through right now. And so what it's really waiting for is a loving, friendly hug and encouragement. And so the critical voice is tricky. It shows up in many ways. You might not feel like you have a voice that you hear words from, but maybe you get that feeling of choking when it's time to say something important. Like, and just that feeling that I'll sound stupid or people will reject me, on and on. So it could be a sensory feeling that is just feeling very anxious or nervous or resistant, and so it makes you pull back. Or it might be a voice that you hear over and over again, and you literally hear a voice that says, you're no good, or you're stupid, or you'll never be able to do it, or you can't do that. Or maybe it's just an invisible knowing, so-called knowing, that I can't do it. And it's so invisible that you don't actually even question it. It feels like such a fact. It feels like such a fact that you don't even see it. Like sometimes things are so big in our lives that we don't even see them. Okay, so that's what the inner critic is doing and how it's getting away with things and pulling us back. But the real goal of the inner critic is to protect us and keep us safe. Because the thing of it is, it comes from a long time ago. So perhaps we were in a very critical family situation, life, where people said things to us that sounded demeaning or, and maybe we wanted to hide and go hide under the bed, or when I was a little girl, I would hide in the closet, hide somewhere, run away, all those things. That's what little kids want to do. They just want to get away from it. But at the same time, if you're around an environment that's just saying things that are not encouraging, that are discouraging, then you're going to take it on because that's the environment you're in. And we don't like to be excluded from the environment we're in. So we actually take on what our environment is giving us, even if it doesn't feel good. And so it just begins to feel more normal. And so it feels like it's not comfortable, but it feels comfortable because it feels safe. Like at least I know how to be in this place that feels really critical and nasty, right? And you've heard people say, and maybe you're one of them, that, oh, that person is too good for me. Or I can't go out with guys or women like that because they're too good for me, or they're too nice, right? And so it's about realizing that sometimes that doesn't feel right, or it might feel silly or frivolous because we're so used to that other pattern that because it was family, most likely, we wanted to belong. And so we just took it on like a jacket. So what I'm suggesting you do with that voice or whatever feeling comes up for you is that you begin to send it love and compassion. Because love and compassion and understanding and encouragement, something that you would give to a friend, making friends with your inner critic to really understand when does it speak up What is it really afraid of? What is it trying to keep me safe from? And just begin to understand it more and send love and encouragement and compassion and gratitude as well. Because this critic has tried to keep you safe from whatever, whatever it is. And so to begin to shift it with love and compassion and kindness, whatever comes up for you that feels the easiest. Now don't get hard on yourself if you can't actually feel the love for it or the compassion. Be gentle and kind. Do what you can to begin to say, if you hear yourself saying, oh, you can't do that, or you're not smart enough, to just pause and say, wow, I hear that voice. That's coming from a long time ago. Boy, when I was a kid, hearing that, I really needed some love and some understanding and compassion. Try it out and see how it works, because when we begin to give love and compassion to those nastier parts of ourselves, the bullies within, they begin to soften and they begin to be more flexible in terms of what they're willing to tell us, so that we can actually turn the bully into an ally with love and compassion. So just when you hear that critic, when you feel that critic, remember love and compassion, or kindness and gentleness, or encouragement, and see how it works for you. Thanks for watching. Goodbye for now.